Enemies. ULTRAKILL sure has a lot of them, and today I'm gonna be ranking them all based on which ones I could beat in a fight versus ones I could not beat in a fight. So, no more dilly-dallying, let's jump right into this.
Alright gamers, you know what the deal is. We making another tier list. We ranking enemies I could maybe, couldn't beat in a fight in real life. So, yeah, just like last time, we're going through husks, machines, demons, angels, and then everything else afterwards, from lesser to supreme. And of course, we're starting with the filth. Now, the filth has a face full of sharp teeth. It's really fast, but the one thing, it has no arms. So, if I was able to trip it, I could hold it down. I could hold it down on its stomach, and then I could just go ahead and snap its neck. Like, it would stand no chance. Like, obviously, if I got bitten, like, even once or twice, like, those teeth could probably pierce right through bone. So if I got hit, I probably wouldn't take it too well, but still, as long as I can avoid any bites, I'm pretty much definitely gonna win. Plus, if I have, like, any kind of weapon on hand, like, whether it's a freaking large stick or a wrench or a crowbar, I stand even better of a chance. But if I'm just barehanded, then that's still, I'm still more than likely to win. Now, a strays run from conflict, so if I run after it, it's just gonna run away from me until it thinks it's far enough where it'll have time to throw a projectile at me, which, in that case, I could just dodge it, because you might not know, but in high school, I was very good at dodgeball. Well, not actually throwing dodgeballs, but, you know, dodging them. So, yeah, other than that, it really has no ways to defend itself. So, and plus, if I get hit by an energy blast, like, it's probably gonna burn a lot. It's probably gonna hurt. Well, it's not gonna hurt as much as a freaking filth bite. So, you know what? I'm putting in an easy dub. Stray stands no chance against me. Then we have the Stalker. I mean, the Stalker blows itself up when it uses its sand bomb, and plus when it does use its sand bomb, like, sure, it's gonna hurt. I'm literally getting cut by gold dust, and also probably getting in my eye, so it's probably gonna be at least irritating, at most, like, decently painful. But still, it's gonna blow itself up in the process. And in that way, you know, easy dub. I win every time. Next, Schism. Very poor motor control, but also very durable. Like, it can fire barrages at me, but if I just stay in its face, it can't really do much. I mean, it could probably whack me a couple of times, but, you know, as I said before, not very good motor control. So as long as I have, like, a freaking crowbar, I mean, I have a baseball bat just sitting here, so I could just use that to bash its head in. So yeah, a Schism, it could probably stand a chance against me. I mean, it could definitely stand a chance against me, so I'm still gonna put in I'm more than likely to win. Yeah. Now, soldiers, they're actually competent. They can actually fight. Like, they can kick me if I get close. They can combat roll, and they have shotgun blasts, so it's not likely they'll be able to, you know, dodge their attacks consistently, and plus they're more durable than strays, but not as durable as, you know, a Schism, but I can still defend itself when I get up close, so, you know, that makes it harder for me. Still, I think there's still just a slight chance that I could win against a soldier. Then we have, next we have the corpse of King Minos. I'm just gonna put him in there. I mean, what do I have to say about that? I mean, he'd just step on me. I'd get crushed. I'd get destroyed. He'd punch me. He'd smush me like a bug. Sure, I could put up a fight. I could stab its hand a bunch of times and he'd be like, don't do that, please. I'd also, you know, climb up him like Shadow of Colossus style, but he'd probably smack me like a mosquito anyway, so yeah. I'm putting him, like, at the very top of this tier, because at least there's still probably going to be something for people to bury. You know, unless I get hit by a black hole and get sucked into that, but, you know. That's why I'm putting him at the top. would get ass beat. Then we have the insurrectionist. Here's our first. There would be nothing left to bury because they would crush me with a malicious face. They would just shatter my entire skeleton immediately. Like, there'd just be a pile of gore. You know, technically, they'd still have stuff to bury, so, you know what, let's move that down there. Yeah, I'd put up a fight, I'd still get my ass beat. And then, for the ferryman, I'm also gonna put him in there, because he can summon lightning, and he is also very fast and agile, and is also an experienced fighter. So, you know, at the very worst, I'd get electrocuted and fried, and best case scenario, he just beats the absolute crap out of me until I'm unconscious, and then he's like, we're chill. Because, you know, the ferryman doesn't seem like a guy that would fight to the death. Unless he destroys his idol, but, you know, that's another story. Alright, now the drone. They are fast, and they are annoying, and they are super agile. And they also shoot like shotgun-like blasts that don't really do too much. Like, sure, they're gonna hurt. It's gonna be painful. But as long as they get close enough where I could just grab one of them or hit them, like if they keep their distance, like they'd probably just pester me and I'd be like, there's nothing I can do. Like, I could probably throw some rocks at them, but you know, it'd basically be just pestering each other at that point. So, you know, I'm gonna put drones in fair fight. Then, street cleaners. How am I gonna fight against a flamethrower? I can't exactly dodge a flamethrower. Can't exactly sidestep fire. I would put up a fight, but I'd get my ass beat. I mean, I could probably do enough damage to it before I get burned alive. So, actually, if I wear a flame retardant suit, then there's a slight chance that I could possibly win. There is the slightest chance that I could possibly win against a street cleaner. But yeah. Then we have the swords machine. I would get sliced and diced and shotgunned. If I stay out of its range, he's just gonna hit me with a shotgun. If I get in range, he's gonna cut me up with that freaking motorized sword of his. So I do not stand a chance whatsoever. Next, we have the Mind Flayer. It could teleport. It could shoot beams. Like, it can literally vaporize me. So, Mind Flayer's going up there. This is the first thing here that can actually most definitely vaporize me. Because of that beams and those, that barrage attack it has. And I can also just, you know, use those whips as tendrils. It's got a lot of things it can do, and I can't really fight back since, you know, it could just teleport out of my reach. Like, I stand no chance. And I would just be completely gone. Alright, next is the sentry, and, you know, if I get close to a sentry, it's gonna kick me. If I don't get close to a sentry, it's just gonna get down and, you know, start charging a shot. But as soon as it gets down, I run over it to it before it shoots me, I jump onto it, and then I beat the crap out of it, because if it's planted down in the ground charging up a shot, it can't get up to kick me off of it, so I can just do as much damage as I possibly can once it starts getting ready for a shot. But then again, you know, it could see that coming and prepare for that, but, you know, I think it's a fair fight. I most definitely think that's a fair fight right there. Then we have the, then we'd have the Gutter Man. It's got a shield, which I could maybe break with several hits from a baseball bat, but likely not. And otherwise, it would just bash me away and then turn me into Swiss cheese. So, yeah, no way in hell am I being the Gutter Man. And same story about the Gutter Tank. I'm gonna put it here, considering it would blow me up and send jibs flying all over the place. They're gonna have to glue me back together in hell after Gutter Tank's done dealing with me, because, you know, they got mines, they got rockets, They punch me if I get close, which I could just sidestep and whack them. But, you know, how long would I be able to keep that up without getting tired? That could just also place down in mines. So, yeah, as I said. So, no, not very fun. Both V2s are going up there too. This tier is getting very crowded, very fast. We all know why V2 would be up here. It's fast, agile, decently bulky, and has a wide array of weapons to delete me with. So I don't need to say much about that. And then Benjamin right at the top. This freaking lightning lance could delete me immediately, like actually vaporize me, wipe me off the face of the planet, or he could just step on me, or like, you know, he could kill me in like 700 different ways probably. Next we have the malicious face. I mean, if I get caught in just a single barrage of Maurice projectiles, I'd probably be dead right off the bat, but if I could avoid them, and if I could, you know, jump up onto him and, you know, hang on to the back of his face so he can't even shoot me, like, he'd be able to do nothing unless he gets close to a wall and then fires a beam, because then the explosion would knock me off, so he could just, like, you know. So, like, if we're fighting out in the open, then, I'd say there's a decent chance that I could win, but otherwise, I mean, there's still a chance. Like, I'll just put Maurice at the top of a slight chance. Next we have the, Cerberus. Well, he's got a charge, he's got a stomp, he's got projectiles, so he can deal with me if I'm close or far. And plus, he's bigger than me, so, and he's made of stone. Well, the malicious face is also made of stone, but if I got a weapon, like if I got a crowbar or something like that, like really anything. But yeah, Cerberus. Not sure where I'd put you, to be honest. I'd probably get my ass beat, but now move V2 to there. But yeah, I'm gonna put Cerberus right there. And then we have the idol. Easy dub. It literally cannot defend itself. It literally can't do anything to me. Then the mannequin is fast, it has homing projectiles, and it's decently durable. It's basically just a more problematic soldier at that point, but, you know, homing shot instead of spread shot. So, probably wouldn't be able to avoid its shots too easily, and its attacks are fast, so it'd probably punch me a bunch of times, so, but still, I think I could stand a slight chance against it, so I'm gonna put it right above the soldier. Then we have the, hideous mass. See, it has mortar fire, it has shockwave attacks, it has a harpoon. You know, if I manage to go around it and I hop onto it and I grab onto its tail, which is its weak point, it can't harpoon me, but it could still go for that vertical shockwave or even, you know, mortar shots to freaking blow me up to Kingdom Come. So I'm not sure if I'd ever even stand a chance against a freaking hideous mass. So still, there are some things I could do, but there's no way I'm beating it. So I'm gonna put it above Cerberus. Then we have the Leviathan. Leviathan would eat me. It's a giant sea serpent that looks extremely carnivorous. As for the Minotaur, I mean, I could probably, you know, grab onto its stomach, stab it repeatedly from there, but it could just probably just drop down and crush me, or just, you know, place down poison. So, that, and it's also fast and extremely durable, so there's no way I'm beating the Minotaur. So, Minotaur is going up here right above Swords Machine. Yeah. Then there's Virtues. Giant beams of searing light. I mean, I could probably hop onto it and start beating the crap out of it repeatedly, but it could charge up a beam. At that point, I could drop down and get out of the way, but that would get, it would get out of my reach because it could fly. So, yeah. Again, I could throw rocks at it, but unless I had, like, some kind of ranged weapon, I likely wouldn't, we'd probably just be at a standstill. So, still, there is a chance that I could possibly win against one, so I'm just gonna put it right there, and slight chance right above Maurice. Next, we have, Gabe 1. I would get my ass beat. Yeah, this tier is filling up quickly. You know what? I'm gonna move these 3 up to here. But yeah, Gabe, he can teleport. He's got angelic power. He can make weapons out of pure light. I can't do that. I stand no chance. I'd still put up a fight though. And I'd also put Gabe 2 in there as well. And there's Flesh Prison. Both of the prisons are going here. Not much to say about that. They both summon black holes. Both summon barrages of, like, Flesh Prison summons homing projectiles. Panopticon summons frickin' mortar projectiles. And plus, Panopticon has those eyes that just keep me from healing. So I imagine if I start bleeding, I'm just gonna bleed out. So, yeah. Anyway, last 2, the Prime Souls. I think we know where they're going. Minos Prime would actually go into the I'd get my ass beat tier. Because, he's fast. He does have some strong attacks like Judgment. And then also that projectile. And also die and crush. But other than that, I could still possibly put up a fight. So, I'm putting him right there under the Minotaur. And then Sisyphus, well, I'm gonna put him right there. Actually, no. Right there. Exclusively because of that supernova attack. Once he starts charging it up, there's no way I'd be able to get out of its range in time. I'd be freaking destroyed by the unmatched power of the sun. Yeah. Well, that's my list. A little heavy in the upper tiers, but yeah, that's me being completely honest with you all. But if you want a more even tier list, I'll even things out for y'all to. I'll even the tier list out if you want to see one that's generally more even and not heavy on the top end. So yeah, I'll be right back. Okay, I didn't make that many changes, but I evened things out a little bit. Not as accurate as it would have been before, but, slightly more even now. Yes, half the roster would most definitely kick my butt. More than half the roster, actually. And if you're curious about other enemies from the secret levels, Cancerous Rodent, easy dub. Very Cancerous Rodent, I'd probably die of radiation poisoning, but until then, I'd say it'd be a fair fight. Then after that, something wicked. There'd be nothing left of me to bury. Then let's see, what's after that? Mysterious Druid Knight and Owl. There would also be nothing left to bury. I'd just be instantly vaporized by Fuller Auto. Then Big Johninator, there'd be nothing left for them to bury because I would get blown up 17 times over to the power of 6. And yeah, I think that's everything. I think that's all of them. Oh, there's also the puppets from the start of 7-3. They seem slow as hell, but other than that, they seem like normal people. So I'd probably be like more than likely to win against the puppets. Anyway, yeah, I think that's everything now. So yeah, there's my tier list.